beating a woman is a no-no. You don't beat a woman. Instead, you keep malice with her. He prefers older women. And now people are saying, so that is what you were talking about. Like you say, everybody keep their pants.
Everybody, your pants, your spouse, your husband.
And your wife.
Your wife.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Let's Weigh In with your girl, Amaka Chibuzo-Obi, and of course I'm joined by my co-pilot.
Chibuzo-Obi.
I'm not helping you out anymore. Guys, you know how we do it every single time we come on here. We're bringing you one trending news or the other, but with a twist and always with sense, because we see lots of things fly around on the internet and sometimes you don't even hear of these things. But when we hear of them, we try to bring them here for you so that you will know what's going on, but also see different perspectives to these things. That's exactly what we're going to also be doing here today. But before I start, I must say this. This show is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only, and all views we're going to express right here on the show are based off of information that is publicly available. All right, so today we're going to be looking at something that I'm not very happy talking about. You know that husband and wife matter can be quite complicated, but you know,
can be dicey.
This one has just been in our faces. It's been everywhere, and I feel like there are one or two things we can pick from this this story. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Frank the Savage Edoho. You know he's very savage. Frank Edoho, the serious ones. If you don't know who Frank Edoho is, he is he used to be the host for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back in the day. You know, that show that many of us absolutely loved. Frank is someone that many of us know and actually love because he's quite outspoken, he's well-dressed, he's articulate, he is, you know, typical man's man, if you know what I mean. And he's very intelligent as well. Because if you come for Frank on social media, best be sure that at least you know how to speak English, because he will finish you starting from your vocabulary.
You will learn new words.
New things. So why is Frank Edoho in the news right now? His second marriage just ended. Or more rightly put, his second marriage ended 2 years ago, right? But people are just getting to learn about it right now. So about last week, an anonymous blog on Instagram wrote something. And this was what they wrote. They said, Frank Edoho, please speak up, sir. Glamour has been waiting to spill this gist since, but I was worried about your mental health. But I can see you are ready now. After this post was made, shortly after, they posted a picture of Frank on the cover of some sort of magazine with the background music of the highly talented Chike. Yes. So Chike is also a super talented musician. I absolutely, particularly love Chike, and that's why this story kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. This story is kind of rubbing me the wrong way because the two people involved are people that I deeply respect. So this picture was put out with Chike's song as the background soundtrack, right? And under the comments, or rather, no, the next post that was made, Frank now came to the comments of the next post and wrote, Glamour, thanks for your concern. I saw what you did there in the other post, referring to that post that had Chike's song as the background. Very intelligent. I don't have anything to say other than I just created a game show and it's phenomenal. When it comes out, I'll need your services to promote it. Thanks, Glamour. Now, this kind of alluded to Frank somehow being connected with Chike, right? And that kind of gave this anonymous blog the temerity or the audacity to now break the news, saying that Frank's marriage ended because Chike slept with Frank's wife. Okokobioko is right. So let's do some sort of backtrack, right? This is hot. Frank Edoho, like I mentioned earlier, used to be the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He was that for so many years, up to like 9 or 10 seasons, right? He did a fantastic, phenomenal job of doing that. And just towards maybe the later days of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we heard that his first marriage packed up. He was married to Catherine, who was also a media personality, right? And in 2010, their marriage packed up with allegations of domestic violence floating all over the place. Catherine had allegedly said that, or rather is alleged to have said that she endured domestic violence in the marriage, which Frank Edoho vehemently denied. In fact, there was a particular interview where he mentioned that he had to be flown from the UK back to Nigeria just to be fired from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because of those allegations. So he was kind of saying that those allegations ruined, or rather put a dent to his career, because he didn't really ruin it. He bounced back anyway. But also he is also attributed to have said that beating a woman is a no-no. You don't beat a woman. Instead, you keep malice with her. Right? So he kind of mentioned his own way. Exactly. You punish her by keeping malice. Just don't talk to her and she will get the
play with the kids, buy ice cream for the and
ignore her. So
that's
he kind of
violence now.
Well, in a separate way. So he's saying, I don't beat you, I will not touch you, but I will use silence to deal with you. So people were like, is that better? You know, all of that. But that was him trying to say that he never actually physically assaulted or abused his wife, that his own method is silence, right? From 2010, fast forward to 2013, he got married again to the very beautiful Sandra Onyenucheya. And that's marriage, his second marriage, is blessed with 2 kids. Only for us to start hearing this story right now, which is very heartbreaking on all fronts, because these 2 men are people that are very highly regarded and respected. First of all, now people are drawing lines, drawing parallels from everywhere. There is a particular interview where Chike had mentioned that he prefers older women, that his last 2 relationships has been with older women because he just doesn't see himself doing anything with a young girl. He said that for 23-year-olds and such, that all they want is to take pictures and be on Instagram, that they don't really get what's going on. So that he actually prefers older women. And now people are saying, so that is what you were talking about. But I'm going to mention here that Chike has not made any,
he hasn't said anything.
He hasn't said anything. He has not made any admissions. He has not made any rebuttals. Nothing. Radio silence from Chike. Frank's wife, who is now ex-wife, Sandra, I think she made a post where she said, your no should be your no when you say no, something like that. Anyway, Frank did not also come out to say this is a lie, right? Which makes people say it may be true.
Sure.
Of course, you remember he said, thanks for your concern. I see what you did there, referring to that picture and the music. Yes, he actually called it very intelligent. And then he also made a few posts on his stories where he said, over the past few days, I've received an outpouring of kind messages, prayers, concern, and goodwill regarding my separation and ongoing divorce proceedings. I truly appreciate the empathy. He went on and on and on, and he mentioned that while I understand that the public is only just becoming aware of this chapter, I have lived through it privately for quite some time now, almost 2 years. So that tells us that this is not a recent thing. So it's something that he had been silently carrying for all of this time. Let me take a deep breath, and then we go into the lessons to learn from this. First off, I don't know if it's true or not that his wife stepped out on him. I don't know who she stepped out on him with, if that actually happened. But one thing I know that is true is that marriage can actually be very complicated, right? A lot of stuff can happen inside of marriage that we may not be very privy to, right? But nothing justifies infidelity.
Make nobody sleep with anybody's husband. That's my own. Everybody owe your husband, owe your wife.
I hold your wife, right?
Let nobody sleep with anybody. And one thing we have to know, that no marriages crashes in a day.
In a day, yes. The crash of a marriage is never sudden. it just, I mean, it's not as
starts
if
with
one
a
thing
crack.
happens and boom, it's
It starts
broken.
with a
No.
crack on the wall, and
Yes.
if that crack is not there, it might be lack of communication.
Absolutely.
It might be this malice, you understand? It might be not paying attention. It might be a lot of things, and that crack is there. You understand? When there's a crack on a physical wall and you don't mend it, you don't
take care of it.
It will expand. One day you wake up, the wall will fall down from beginning to
fall on your head if
care is not taken. So when we overlook certain things in marriage, or we overlook our spouse, their complaints, or you understand the things that they are doing, it will definitely lead to a breakdown of the marriage wall. You understand? So
you know one thing that I know for a fact, malice, silent treatment, has a way of wrecking a relationship. Not just even
faster than anything.
Faster than anything. Because silent treatment strips the marriage of intimacy, of connection, of
empathy, everything. Friendship.
Good is taken away from that marriage when coldness enters it. One person may feel like this is the best way I know how to communicate my anger. But what you're doing is that you're training the other person to learn how to live without you. They learn how to sustain themselves without you being in the picture. And at some point, they become comfortable with you not being in the picture. So silent treatment is a very wrong, very reckless way of handling issues in marriage. Silent treatment breeds resentment. Because when a person has dealt with your silent treatment for so many years, what begins to happen is that they begin to resent you. They begin to hate you without you even knowing.
They exited the relationship.
They exit emotionally.
They shut down.
And somehow, if care is not taken, if God is not in the picture, if some sort of self-control is not applied, you may begin to see that they begin to gravitate towards someone else who fills the void for them. So for those who say, oh, when my wife offends me, I just keep quiet. She will learn. She will know.
But do you know that the sad thing, a lot of women actually
do it. I mean, everybody does it.
Let me not say women.
Everybody does it.
Have spouses that keep this malice of
I know a woman who has come for marriage counseling who told me that for the past 3 months, they have not spoken in the house. She and her husband.
So they are flatmates.
They sleep on the same bed. Let me even bust your
Do they have children?
Yes, they do. So they communicate through the children. Go and tell mommy that. Go and tell daddy that. Right? They have not spoken to themselves in 3 months. Now, for that kind of relationship, would you be shocked to know or to hear that one of them has a relationship outside? It won't come as a shock to you because no human is an island. We all are emotional beings. We need emotional connection, right? And that's why I said if self-control is not there, if principles are not there, discipline, if all of those things are not there, the tendency of, stepping out. This is not justifying anything because I'm sure you heard me say at the beginning, before I started all of this, that infidelity has no justification, right? But we learn from lessons like this.
Some people say cheating is not a deal breaker for them. So
yeah, I mean, that's different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different folks. But I'm trying for us to see what we can begin to do in our own relationships to ensure that things like this don't come up. Okay? So
I think I want to say something that, somebody that keeps malice, that gives a silent treatment, is not, the person did not just marry you and started doing it.
They've been doing it.
It's the way the person has programmed himself or herself. So while you are dating or while you are courting, I'm sure you would have had had 1 or 2 misunderstandings, and that person has given you silent silent
they are like that.
You people just more quarrel like this, 2 weeks, go call you for phone, go keep quiet, say you want to punish you,
nothing.
And you think maybe it's nothing. 2 weeks in courtship, that's what the person will not get married. So there are things that people just sweep under the carpet in courtship. They feel that it does not matter. No matter how tiny that thing is, it matters. Talk about it so that can you deal with this? Why are you not communicating? You see, communication is the bedrock of any marriage, and once you stop communicating, that marriage is going to collapse. It will die. You cannot say, if your spouse does something to you and you feel that the best way, instead of communicate, oh babe, this thing you did to me, I don't like it. How can we move from this point to another point? Or even maybe both of you need therapy. Just think that, let me just keep quiet. And you just keep quiet. But so that I will punish her. I will just be talking to the children. I will leave him.
Okay, you know what? As we're also talking about the silent treatment, there are also issues, deeper issues that even cause a person to switch off.
Yes.
people who give silent treatment are also dealing with their own demons. A lot
they
of them,
traumatized.
yes, a lot of them have issues stemming from their past. Many people who give silent treatment were people who were not allowed to speak,
shut down
when they were younger. People who, when they offended, could not even be given the opportunity to make things right as kids. People who were shut down and shut up. People who did not have love, who did not really experience what it meant or what it felt like in a functional, loving
people who the
setting.
community also got talkative.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So
Talk
these
so much.
sorts of people learned how to use silence to either soothe themselves or punish the other person. They learned how to weaponize silence. And so both for the silent treatment giver and the silent treatment receiver, both of them need therapy or some sort of counseling at least, because both men and women do this.
Of course, definitely.
You see, silent treatment is not gender-based. In fact,
at all.
When women want to do it our own, we put spice. We put spice inside
They
it.
sing song for you, like this, your head will play.
So yeah, in all of this, we just need to learn, like Ogechukwu rightly said, no marriage ends, just breaks, boom, like this. It's usually long coming.
Yeah.
There are things that happened that were not fixed. There are issues that were raised that were not tackled. There are just resentment building and all of that. But then again, the best way out of a marriage is not by finding love in someone else's arms.
I don't subscribe to that.
It's not at all. If it's not working, the best thing to do is to sit down with your partner and say, guy, this thing is not working. I'm tired of all of this.
Exactly.
I think we need to both move on amicably and all of that, rather than being embroiled in all these sorts of messy stories and that. And for Chike, who is an unmarried guy, if it's really true,
I want to say something, but let me not say it.
Say it now, okay.
Young men, what are you looking for in people's wives? It has become an issue.
Yeah.
That young, promising men that you have babes. If somebody's
single girls. In fact, I think there are even more single girls than there are married women. So it's not for scarcity.
What really is the issue? That is somebody's wife. Of all the women, is somebody's wife. Okay, well, let's assume she's the one that is even coming to you. You don't know how to remove your shoe and run. That you go and entangle yourself with somebody's wife, and they're now
people have killed for less.
Yes.
There's some men that have,
they're now bringing into this triangle, and you have a promising career, you have the whole world ahead of you. Come on, no,
it's sad. It's really sad. And I'm going to say this before we leave. Chike, please, if this is not true, I will say, I'm usually one for keep quiet and let things blow over, but not in a situation like this. No, please. Because this has the tendency to dent not just your name, but also your career for the long haul. You know the internet never forgets.
True.
So I would say, if this is not true, please come out and say something. This is not one issue that you will sweep under the carpet, because blogs are carrying it. It's there. It's now on the internet CV.
Everybody's
once people Google your name, this also would come up. So it's very important that you tell your side of the story. But before you speak up, I would suggest you get a PR team, you get people who are well versed in damage control and crisis management, so they can guide you properly on how to go about this. But please don't keep quiet. There are certain things I usually advise people: don't say anything, keep quiet, to blow over. But not when you have been accused of sleeping with somebody's wife. Somebody's wife.
You have to come and tell
a celebrity's wife.
Or nay.
Please, you have to come and tell your side of the story. If not, this is what we're going to know of you. Next time when you sing, we're going to be looking at each of your lyrics through the lens of
maybe
is he referring to
that he told us that, this one get why
so all this keeping quiet right now, it's not working. Please get your side of the story out there, so that at least there will be some sort of rebuttal. Let this not be what we have heard or what we are going to know,
what we are assuming.
Please, I beg you, because you're a cute guy. I love your music, and I really want you to go far in this industry. Don't let this.
Don't allow all these petty things
extinguishes your light. All right. So, Ogechukwu, like you say, everybody keep their pants.
Everybody, your pants, your spouse, your husband,
your wife.
Your wife. Young men, package well, leave people wife.
Yes, so I second that. So, have you subscribed to this channel yet? If you haven't, please do well to do so, and get your friends and family to do so as well. Share our videos, tell your friends about us, tell us stories that you would like us to discuss on the Let's Weigh In show. And please let us know, is infidelity a deal breaker for you? Just let us know in the comments. We'll be looking
Will you stay or leave?
We'll be looking forward to hearing from you. My name is Amaka Chibuzo-Obi, and this is Chibuzo-Obi. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.